My mission today is to share with you my personal and professional experience touching the very interesting subjects for you, because you are at the beginning of your professional careers, so you can face some really interesting issues, how to find a good job, yes? You are 20, 25 years old, you finish school, you finish one of the most fantastic part of your life, where you are under the protection of your parents, and now the challenges are coming. Challenges are coming. What does it mean? You have to find the job, you have to find the good job. And how to do it? Before we start our journey, I would like to show you the short video. Please look carefully, because later the questions are forbidden. But I hope that if you remember some small tips, it will be a little bit easier to understand the second part of my speech. The video, please.
What's your management style?
Passionate. Passion.
And what's your biggest weakness?
Being stubborn.
Stubborn, I think.
Okay, give me one reason why I should hire you.
Because sports is my passion.
I'm really passionate about football.
Really like a football.
When you are looking for a job or an interview,
teeth are brushed.
If you look good, you feel good.
Hi. Hello. How are you?
Fenomenal.
Okay, Reeds. Okay. And so you liked it when we were walking hand in hand?
It made me feel comfortable, yes.
Oh, interesting. We'll see what happens.
Well, thank you very much for your time, I suppose.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Mr.
bye.
Ross, have a very nice weekend.
Thank you.
So, are you sure?
I'm fine. I'll get a little water in a second.
Okay, you say no?
Stay like this.
If we're talking about money, how much money do you think you would like to have for the position? Last time this happened was at a disco.
The disco day?
Fire and passion or cold and calculated?
I would say cold and calculated because...
Wrong answer.
Fire and passion. Other people get infected by my enthusiasm.
You think I'm getting infected right now?
We need to go. Come, Simon, Mr. Ross, please. Come on, we need to get going.
Missing a hand here. Can you help us, please? Can you help us, please?
There's a fire or something.
We have a gap here, sir. This one. Okay, wait back. Okay, he's okay. Okay.
Now, this is, I think, the nice introduction to the details. Why? Why it is really so difficult to find a good job? There are 3 tips, 3 inspirations, 3 messages which I'd like to leave you today to understand, to remember, and maybe to do something with it in future, yes? First, there is the difference in the expectations. Simple difference in the expectations of both sides. Here you can see on the wall chart. Personal, interpersonal competences. This is something which is crucial for the employers. I hope the video proved it. There were no questions about the knowledge, there were no questions about the basic skills. Now, you have no comparison. I'm a little bit older than you. I have got the comparison. What were the questions during the interviews several years ago? We were asking about driving license, we were asking about the computer skills, we were asking about the English. Now, probably nobody is asking about it. The benchmark is a little bit higher. Now what is important, we are speaking about soft competences. Because to be honest, as the employer, I cannot expect anything from you, just the soft competences. If you can see, what is the number one, if you go to the details, this is effective communication. Effective communication, what does it mean? And then, what else we expect? We expect ability to learn, we expect the willingness just to be engaged, just to learn, not only to wait for the trainings, but also to learn by yourself. If I ask sometimes my newcomers, okay, this is the intranet, you have got the full information about the package of information about the company. Are you ready to learn? Me? I came here that someone will train me. Okay, nice, thank you very much. This is not the story. If you compare from 1 to 5, the first 5 abilities which are required by the employers, how we can pack it, how we can call it as one message. We are just checking, or we are expecting as the employers, what is the attitude of the candidate? What is the motivation behind? If he is ready to be engaged, if he is adaptive, if he is ready to adapt to different working conditions, to work in the group, to work with the different people, to work in the different labor conditions. This is something what is crucial. The rest we can teach you. The only point is if you are ready to accept it. And let's go to another side of the street. Now we can see what are your expectations. I hope I did my homework well, and this is something what you really expect. So, development, trainings, employment contract, which is in our conditions also very important for you because it gives you the basic safe start for the conditions, for the life conditions, for building the family, etc. You are also expecting salary, depending on the school, depending on the knowledge, depending on the previous internship and practices, experience. You are asking more and more and more, which is okay. The only point is what the other side thinks about it. And of course benefits. Depending on the company is trying to keep the best, to attract the best people and then to keep them for a longer period of time. So how to manage the gap? We are on the other sides of the street. How to match together? How to manage the gap? Can you imagine the recruiter or someone from the HR department who has got 50 interviews during the week? How to make the difference? How he or she should remember you as the best possible candidate? We are speaking in different languages. From one hand, we have got very, very ambitious young guy ready to reinvent the wheel once again, to conquer the world, really confident, committed that he can do whatever is possible. On the other hand, we have got the rules, principles, KPIs, limits, budgets, etc., etc. How to understand each other? There is one very simple rule, and this is another tip. Just ask. Ask as much as possible, what does it mean if you don't understand? What are the working conditions? What is behind the rules? What are the benefits? What are the expectations? There are no other way to understand each other, just to have the very clear, transparent communication and break some rules. Because you are asking, what does it show? It shows that you are interested, that you are motivated, that you would like to be engaged, that you would like to be in the game. And what you can see from both sides, from employer sides and from graduate sides, there are some limits, but there is also the space for the compromise. And this is interesting, the space for the compromise. And both sides should be a part of the game. What is the situation, the normal situation in the compromise? First, the sides should meet each other. The second, they should create some rules. Then they should start to speak with the same language. Then the ball is on one side, on the other side. Then there is the clear negotiation phase. And then finally, each side has to give something and to get something. It should be the clear win-win situation, because if not, both sides will be not happy. And on the other side, sooner or later you will leave the job, because you will be never happy. If you complain later because you didn't ask during the interview, or maybe you didn't clarify during the interview. This is something extraordinary, really, something really important. Imagine also that someone who is interviewing really several people during the week will not explain 100 times the same. So this is your part of the story. You have to understand and you have to clarify. You remember the first slide which I started, that everyone was born with a specific talent, with a specific potential. This is something what I really strongly believe. That everybody has the potential to grow, everybody has the potential to develop, and everybody can give really as much as possible to the company if he is really engaged and if he is really dedicated. Young generation, how you can discover your potential? Someone told me today also during the break, how important is this self-reflection? How important is to make a kind of self-assessment? You probably remember how many times during the interviews everybody is asking you about weak sides and strong sides. How difficult it is to answer these questions? Or, if it is easy, you can hear 100 times, I'm stubborn, I'm not punctual, I'm stubborn, I'm stubborn, I'm stubborn. You saw on the film, yes? Everyone has got the same weak sides, perfect. At the end of the day, there is no point to improve. This is my reaction during the interview. I said to the candidate, sorry, if you are so perfect, there is nothing what we can offer you. So this is interesting, self-reflection. There is one magic word which can also help you during this journey. This is feedback, both constructive and negative feedback. And because you are young, you should be brave enough and really transparent to ask, what do you think? Did I make any mistake? What happened? What should I do better? Why can I improve myself? This is the only time you are not managers, you are at the beginning of your professional path. You can ask, nobody will complain. This is also the way how to build the respect and the authority, because once again it shows your motivation to improve and it shows your engagement and dedication, because you show that you are taking care not to make future mistakes. And of course, later, the question is, what will you do with that? And the last suggestion, how to discover your potential, this is to use the opportunities which are on your way. Opportunities, what I mean here, some special projects which may be available for you, like ambassadors programs, like internships, like unique projects which some specific companies may organize. But just to complete the information, use the opportunities, check what are the working conditions that are really suitable for you. Check if you can work for the small family company or it is better to go to the corporates. If you are able to work in the teams, or it's better if you have got a separate individual project because you really are able to manage by yourself and you don't need another society, you don't need the people to speak on the daily basis every single 5 minutes. And then, if you check, you will have a full picture. Which is the best for me? Which choice, which company, which kind of work is the best for me? And at the end, the time is passing. I'd like to wish you all the best. Define your dreams. We have got the perfect example with the first speaker. He had a dream. He defined it. He decided to follow it. And he never gave up. And I can tell you from my personal experience, during my first interview to my actual company, I was rejected. After 3 weeks, I had a call. Please come back. We will speak once again. And I said, why? What happened? Because we remembered you. I said, sorry, did I do anything special? No, we just remember you. So come back, come to Warsaw, because I'm not living in Warsaw, I'm living in the south of Poland. So come to Warsaw. I came back. I started from scratch as a consultant, recruiter, sales person. So there were only 3 people in the branch in Katowice, and I was one of them. And at this time, my story began. And after 8 years, I became the CEO of the company. And next 8 years, I'm hopefully having the same role, being also responsible for another country now. And what I can say I found the job of my life. I really feel that I changed the world, I changed the life of some people, giving them the jobs, also helping my people to give the jobs to another people like you. And I wish you the same. Find your job that you really love, and then you can only find your real satisfaction and be happy. Thank you very much.